I don't think we can go this way. But it also is how you know, can change your view of the world, because perspective is important, right? And questioning things like that. Okay, we do have to go through the Tunnel of Love. Eve. Oh, that's a memento. Okay, apparently there's more than 20 mementos. I was mistaken. I thought there was only 20. Maybe there's 25. I don't know. Oh well, we got a bunch of them though. So that's all that matters. But yeah, it's always good to get new perspective and question parts of your reality that have been, especially ones that you feel that have been given to you and not ones you've established yourself. Alright, let's listen to the message.
I remember that first date so clearly.
It was fun. You were a good date.
It was easy to be happy back then.
How about a kiss? For old time's sake?
For old time's sake.
Please remain inside your carriage. This ride has been temporarily halted due to a guest in the tunnel.
That ruined it.
Since when did a little privacy ruin a kiss?
Okay. So we have to get through that door. I think we have to do this. I think we're chasing this ghost around. And I don't remember why. Okay, that should open the door, right? There we go, yeah. Day trippers.
What the hell did you think you were doing?
I wanted to watch you being happy.
Do we look happy?
Let's go. I don't know why you're mad at her.
So the person in the tunnel was the kid. Also, they left her alone, which is strange. Like, why? Alright. Climb the fence. And we're made it to the dock. And we need that boat. I believe we get our last cutscene before the end. So I guess we're gonna finish this today, unintentionally. There's the door.
Harry Mason, you're late.
For what?
Your party. I started without you, so you're playing catch-up.
What is this place?
It's a boat. It's like a car, but goes on water. We float this baby out into the middle of the lake, and we can do whatever we like. No one to tell us what to do.
I need to get to the lighthouse.
Well, it can do that too. For a price.
My daughter is there. I need to be there.
Harry, always with the weight of the world on his shoulders. I remember when you were a fun-loving guy.
We're talking about my daughter, damn it!
Okay. We'll be at the lighthouse in about 20 minutes. It's a slow boat.
It's a slow boat.
You know what's happening to me.
I know a lot of things.
You don't know the half of it. I've seen you die. I've seen a woman with the same name twice your age. She said she was my wife. Every step I take, Cheryl gets further away.
But now she's at the lighthouse. Nowhere else to go.
Who are you? Dahlia.
I already told you. I'm the lay of your life. Your salvation and your curse. I taste sweet, don't I?
Sure hope nothing terrible happens. Also, you notice that she's now the older version of Dahlia. I don't remember if this shirt tells you anything. Let me double check that. Do. Okay, I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. Alright. Let's do one last save. Let's get off this boat, shall we? I gotta head to the lighthouse. It's interesting. Hello. Hi, Dahlia.
Harry, turn back.
I can't. It's too late now.
For our daughter's sake.
There it is. So that is the line that establishes that Dahlia is, in fact, in this canon, Cheryl's mother. Or technically it could be her stepdaughter, arguably. But yeah, similar to Lookalike Puzzle, yeah. Sybil, is this your cute 7-year-old? Portland Police Department. Yeah. Yeah, definitely took inspiration from 2 for this. But there's another interesting kind of things that happen here. So you hear the monsters, right? Funny thing about the monsters in this segment, you might know there's nothing we can throw in front of them. You don't even see them, and then all of a sudden they just come out of nowhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually not going to fight back. And you might be wondering, well, why are you doing that? That's because these monsters, this whole segment here, is just to overwhelm Harry. And if you notice, they like pat him and stuff. So the quickest way out of that segment is actually just to let them ambush you. See? Usually we would have reset there. But now, the monsters are frozen. So you can keep running. I don't think you can ever reach the lighthouse because you have to do this segment. But the reason why that's important is because it's a feeling of being overwhelmed, but it's solidified physically. You can also see under the water. I don't know if I can look. There we go. You can see people So, there's a car wreck with 4 people there. But you can see that we're still swimming towards the light. I can't change direction or anything. All I can do is look down at these scenes. And move on. But this is also a physical manifestation of strain, and you'll see why here in a second. By the way, if you just tap both X and square at the same time, you can just get through it quicker. It wants you to alternate, but you could just tap them both at the same time. It doesn't matter. Hey, look, the lighthouse. We made it! And again, I cannot really... Wait, I can't change direction? No, not really. Okay. I thought I could change direction a little bit, but he rotated on his own. You see how much slower he's swimming? And... exhausted. But we're not done yet. Hi, Sybil. Snatched her gun.
Me.
I'm not here to stop you. I didn't have to fish you out of the water, did I?
Stop talking! You can't talk me out of this!
I'm not here to stop you. I pulled your file at the station. I told you that, right? If you're telling the truth, this doesn't make sense. But I think you are telling the truth. I believe you think you're Harry Mason. Hell, I believe you are Harry Mason. But Harry Mason was killed in a car crash 18 years ago.
Boom.
You want answers? I guess they're waiting in there.
That's the lighthouse?
Nothing's quite what you expect, is it? I'm gonna stick with my gut from now on. Would have saved us both a lot of trouble. Hope this works out for you.
So interesting, the thing about that statement that Harry died in the accident. In theory, that would make the bad ending the canonical one of Silent Hill 1, which we know is not to be true for the rest of the series. The rest of the series, the good ending, the good plus ending, is the canonical ending. Look at the wall vibrate. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I guess we're beating this today, because we just have a couple doors to walk through, and we're done. Hopefully we got the good ending. So here's another thing. Lighthouse Clinic.
It's a clinic?
M. Kaufman, MD. So that's how you learn that it's Kaufman. I don't mind spoiling that bit because it's nice to see another variance of a character. But this, yep, it's a clinic, and Kaufman is the therapist. So there's your reveal right there. Counseling and family therapy. Now, what I really love is... Hold on. Oh, maybe there's 22. Adam and Eve. Okay, yeah, we got Adam. And we got Eve earlier. What I really love is how the end sequence gets reframed. So you'll see what I'm talking about, and we'll talk about it after the fact. So, okay, so we found 22 mementos. I have no idea how many there are. So we've got pictures on the wall of all sorts of things. And then we walk through the door. And the perspective shifts.
This is going nowhere. I'm spelling it out, but you're not listening. Your troubled school days? How you're conflicted about marriage, your denial of death, the unfounded guilt, abnormal sexuality. 18 years of denial. A whole universe of fantasy in that thick skull of yours. A skull teeming with agents of repression. Blind children clutching photos in the dark. Pale freaks goggle-eyed from watching home movies on loop. The term is complicated grief. But it's simple, isn't it? A young girl. Her parents don't get along. She blames herself, as all children do. Then daddy dies. What's a girl to do? Deny that daddy died.
So you might be able to guess who he's talking to.
What 7-year-old actually knows who their parents are anyway? So she obsesses and obsesses over this fantasy dad propping up her make-believe with scraps of a happy life that never was, scraps of a father who never existed. Wake up!
Well, if you weren't such a terrible therapist, we probably wouldn't have to keep doing
was
this.
A hero. Wasn't your knight in shining armor. He was a human being. You never knew him. And you never will.
And look who it is.
The dad walking around in your head isn't even a ghost. He never existed. A Frankenstein's monster, a child's fantasy.
Which is why they gave us the modern Prometheus memento.
She's not the monster you make her out to be. You need to live.
So it reframed Dahlia's connection with Cheryl as well. Alright, so... there we go.
You've been with me for so long.
I always will be.
There it is. You've been with me for so long. I always will be. Hey, Magic Mike. So that is the twist at the end. The person going through therapy is Cheryl. So this whole time we were in Cheryl's memories. Thus, the reason why it's called Shattered Memories. So there you go. And then here's the second half. This is the videotape ending. There's like I said, there's different endings for the first half, and then there's a different ending for the second half. Honestly, really love this game. I do too. So we saw all of this, but what comes after this is what is going to be our ending.
You'll be careful,
Sure.
Harry.
We've said enough. Let's just... Sweetie, don't film this. You know this has nothing to do with you, right? Even though Mom and Dad don't love each other anymore, we both love you. And we always will.
By the way, that's Dahlia.
Come on.
Remember the Dahlia we've been seeing? That was Dahlia in that scene. Patient 32, which might be a reference to 302 for the Maroon. But there you go. We got the... Specifically, we got the... Broken, which is the main ending, and Love Lost, which is the videotape ending, which I believe is the good ending. Again, there is a UFO ending. But yeah, so these are notes, Kaufman's notes about what it is. I'm going to go ahead and mute this because I know this is a copyright song. I haven't played it, but seeing this, I want to play it. Well, it's not Silent Hill 2. I think there's an issue of people's expectations, but let me connect it to something. Twin Peaks, I've never seen. Some inspiration on Silent Hill series, and one thing is alternate realities, timelines, and perceptions of reality. Yep. But yeah, we'll do our normal talk about this in just a second. But I really enjoy this game. I don't think combat is necessary to a horror game, if the story is good. And you can see that it's talking about positive ideas and stuff. And there are different versions of Harry depending on what you decide. Remember that there's a version of Harry that's like more sexual focused. There's a version of Harry that's more like drinking focused. There's also, again, other endings on how Cheryl connects with Harry at the end. So, like, that connection also has layers to it, because again, these are Cheryl's memories of her father, who left when she was 7, essentially. Which is, again, a total mismatch of what the series said. But again, this was meant to be a reimagining. And I think it's a very interesting one, because there's not a lot. I would say there's probably not any, really, Silent Hill that has like that twist at the end where you think you're playing someone and you're actually doing something else, right? So we're playing Harry throughout this, but in theory, we're playing a memory, and a skewed one at that. A skewed memory of Harry from Cheryl's perspective. And this is completely manifested in her own head, right? So it's very interesting. I would not recommend getting the PS2 copy. This is like $400. It's not worth $400. I don't know many games that are worth $400. Also, as you can see, it ran a little. It was kind of hard from a visual standpoint. It was a little bit muddy. It was a little bit darker. It had a lot of loading and like kind of hitching issues, because this was meant to be a Wii game. A lot of those puzzles are a little bit more active when you're actually having to turn the Wii remote and all that stuff. And plus, you can, if this is $400, you could literally buy. I'm pretty sure a Wii and Shattered Memories. You could buy 2 copies of both of those, 2 Wiis and 2 Shattered Memories, for like the cost of one of the PS2 copies. I got this back when it was $30, so I'll be perfectly clear. I do not recommend buying the PS2 copy unless you just have a lot of money sitting around and you want to throw it at it. So, but overall, lots of uncovered ground. I don't remember. I think this last paragraph, the lots of uncovered ground, is a reference to how many mementos you found. Examining benefit of what we know. But it also is talking about New Game Plus. Again, I have it muted, even though this game has some of my favorite music. Oh, here we go. Here's the mementos. Listening out during the game. That's fine. Well, like I said, we'll talk about this. I believe there's an ending screen. I'm not sure. But I want to get to an ending screen. Would you like to save your game? Yes. Overwrite. Oh, maybe not. I could have swore there was an ending screen.
Sweetie. Sweetie.
Huh. Is there really no screen that shows what we got? I guess it was in the thing that was being typed up by Kaufman. Oh well.
I love my daddy.
Okay, so we're gonna swap over here. That's gonna do it for our playthrough of Shattered Memories, which I wasn't expecting to beat in one sitting. So thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for watching on YouTube. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of that stuff does help us with the algorithm and meeting more lovely people like yourself. And I will see you in the next playthrough. Bye bye.